Hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Road to Rank 1. Today we're starting off against Mark, also known as Uthermal of course. Terran player from my own home country. And I've been feeling pretty confident in PvT as of late. I've figured out some things. I've been kind of returning back to an old love of mine. Now usually they say don't get back with your ex, but in StarCraft 2 it's completely fine to get back with your ex, as I really like this Nexus before core build orders again. And the reason for this is because it just allows me to get way faster attacks. So I have some really tight blink timings. I'm in love with some of the proxy Stargate stuff that I can do off of this as well. And you know, as the map is Curious Mind, this is a pretty decent map for Terran the longer the game goes. This is a good map for 3 Rexes as well, so it wouldn't surprise me if my opponent decides to play something along those lines. I will actually go for a Blink all-in. A 3-gate Blink all-in, so it's not ultra all-in. It is not, you know, like you need to kill your opponent. It's more, you need to deal a fair amount of damage or at least control the pace of the game at least a little bit. We don't actually want too much gas here early on as we're playing Blink. And not some type of Stargate opener. So I want to check to make sure that there is an orbital command starting here. Oh, it's double gas, so I'm glad that I checked actually. Well, in case of a double gas, I'm almost tempted to still go into Stargate. Maybe it depends a bit on what I scout as well. Or maybe I don't actually care what I scout. I'm gonna start fighting the... Ooh. No, I don't want to fight that yet. We're gonna go back upstairs because I want to see whether it's a Marine or a Reaper. Seems to be a Reaper. 146 is the usual timing for a Marine. I like to stay around just for 2 seconds longer, just making sure that nothing funky is going to be hitting me in the head. And, well, doesn't quite seem to be the case. I will, yeah, I'm just gonna go into a Stargate from here on out, I think. It's rough because I really was feeling like showing you guys that Blink build order, and I'm kind of in love with that Blink build order. I really like it on this map, but Stargate is just such a solid opener, and not getting Stargate in this type of situation almost feels like a crime. It's not quite a crime, the police won't come and get you, but you might get a stern talking to, you know, and they say, hey, next time you don't play Stargate against the double gas opener, you know, we might have to take you in or talk to your parents for a bit. Would be kind of weird. Madam, your 27-year-old son has not been playing Stargate against double gas openers from Terran. Oh no, not little Kevin. I always knew he was a bad boy. Yeah, that can happen. I've heard rumors on the street that is what is happening every now and then. My battery is slightly late. 305 is the timing where 2 Reapers will hit. So, yeah, I probably would have been slightly too late with this battery here, actually. But because I'm so attentive to this Adept, it might have also been okay. At the same time, I do want to continue getting some type of map control. We'll get a second Phoenix out as well, as we shade back into the base. So the reason why I do this shading thing is because I was afraid of a Reaper killing my worker. So I kind of escort that worker. Oh, he's here, he's here. No, he's not here. Okay, you're gonna die. That's completely okay, of course. Dying is fine. As long as you consent to it. And he did consent to lose his heli in there. If he doesn't kill anything major with his cars and with his 3 Reapers, I think I'm in a good spot. You'll have a low amount of Marines. That will be one of the things that is for sure. And then on top of that, it's a late robo. He'll also have, like, a lot of gas is wasted and a lot of factory time is wasted into building these Reapers. So that's another thing he actually needs to be somewhat mindful of. If I can just get these Reapers, that would be a big one. Because the Reapers are more, in my opinion, slightly more scary than anything else that he can do at this point. Like, the Hellions are scary, but the Reapers definitely are more scary. So I'm just going to chill over here. He's most likely going to send his Reapers either towards the top side, or he will go through this general area. And I want to stop him. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. He's pushing out hard, huh? That's kind of wild. Oh, what in the world am I playing against? This is a TVT style build order here. I do end up losing one of these dudes. Oh, this is... This is really, really weird. I played kind of greedy as well, I have to admit. We're gonna send my phoenixes around. The reason I do that is because I want to pick off reinforcements. He should be aware of that right now. Uh-oh, I'm afraid. But we do get our immortal out right now. We have a couple more of these bad boys as well. We get another immortal out. I'm supply blocked in a big way as well. I think he's actually just all-inning me now. This feels like a super sick all-in. So we're just going to actually all-in into him as well with a couple of probes. I mean, there's no way he's producing this much from more than one base. I find it hard to imagine. I like to make myself believe that Terran units die slowly. It's hard to stay and I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep. Please tell me he doesn't have a natural. I should have checked probably at some point, huh? If I can pick this thing up, I have no energy. Okay, he does have a natural, but he hardly has anything here, so... Technically still no natural. His Reaper is probably making its way across the map at this point, by the way. Gonna lift the... yeah, that thing. Can I kill it? No, I can't. Can I kill it? No, I can't. Can I kill it? No, I can't. It's one for the old people here. Okay, 2 immortals. Should I walk up this natural ramp? I don't think I should, but I also feel like maybe I could. Good lord, some terrible control here on the phoenixes, honestly. From my side. Nah, not a fan of how that went. What a wild build order out of my opponent here. Absolutely nonsense. Like, complete nonsense actually, that build. I also have like a bunch of batteries here that are doing, well, close to nothing. He seems to be wanting to push out at some point. Don't really think he can, honestly. I have a Twilight on the way. I'm gonna have such a large amount of phoenixes. And what the phoenixes really do is they force him to commit to an attack. And the reason why they force him to commit to an attack is because he can't retreat. If he retreats, I lift like half of his army. On top of that, I'm gonna just get a thing over here, is that the moment he moves out with anything, I can kill this maybe? That would be huge. Maybe I can also get a medevac, that would be even huger, but I can't. No, actually that would be less huge. It's the opposite of huge. Small. That would be a tiny move. Well, I was gonna say something very interesting before I started cutting myself off with mediocre jokes. Right. The moment he moves out, I can pick off his reinforcements. Like, my life depends on it, obviously. He's just going to be in major trouble at that point. So, we'll... why is this in my group? I'm not playing super clean. It's my first game of Protoss of the day. I've played some Terran already, but playing Terran doesn't quite prepare you for the absolute crap show that playing TOS on Curious Mind is. It's a tiny, tiny map. It's just the smallest little map. Oh, no! If I would have been able to deny that, that would have been so, so nice. I'd lose that Phoenix, but I won't. We kill a lot of crap. He also killed 2 Phoenixes though, so not the greatest thing I could have done, I guess. We're gonna get 3 Colossi. I thought I already built the Templar Archives, but I guess I forgot about that. I really thought I did. That's what we call a minor error. That could come to bite us in the bum later on in the game. I have perfect vision of the map. It's really easy to have perfect vision on this map though, because all you need is the edges and the towers. And I have the edges and indeed the towers. He scans forward. I'm lacking 1 vision over here. 1 vision. Like it's a unit. 1 vision is lacking here, my friend. Alright. 2 Zealots. This Templar Archive is about to finish up. We get our next upgrade. So we're going to warp in 3 Archons. Once we get money for that. We get money for that now. Does he have any upgrades? He has one upgrade. We are just doing better than him at this point. And hey, that's not a shade to you, Thermal. It's just that, you know, it's not an opinion either. It's just a fact. He's going to need to live with it. He's going to have tanks, I think. Yep, I think he is in some trouble. So we move away from the far away tank right now. I lost all of my, what you call them? All of my phoenixes, which could be considered annoying. But at the same time, he lost everything else on the ground. So, although this is annoying for me, guess what is even more annoying is the fact that he has no workers left. Like, you could say, well, Harstem, all your phoenix is dead. Sure, that must suck. And I say, yeah, that does suck, but it also sucks for him that he has no workers, and I'm up an entire base in workers, or probably 2 entire bases in workers. This is a good call, though. I really like this call. This is a fantastic call. Couple of these dudes, the Liberators, make it really difficult for me to break him. It's just a fact, not an opinion. And just like most of my opinions on StarCraft 2 are facts as well, this also is an actual fact. Liberators here were the perfect call. Makes it difficult for me to engage into him. Big breath. I've been talking too much because I've been skipping out on any anti-air, except for Archons. But Archon is very poor anti-air against Liberators, or just in general, but mainly against Liberators because of my short range. A little T-Rex arms. No offense to the T-Rex. Any T-Rex is watching, I do appreciate you and what you've done to the world, for the world. I'm almost tempted to drop into the main base, but in order to drop into the main base, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. I'll need a prism, and I'll need to most likely sacrifice the prism, is what I was gonna say as well. So what I'm gonna do right now is not necessarily the smartest thing, but it might work out. I think, like, obviously the intelligent thing here to do would have been to get a 5th base. Ooh, okay, never mind. Yeah, is to throw down a 5th base. And after you get the 5th base, you get a Dark Shrine and that type of jazz. Okay, I want to pick up these units. He's actually going home, huh? Maybe I can break him. And this one is going to help me in that. So this is the zealot, the little zealot that could. So he's going to tank a bunch of tank shots already. Where's your tanks? Where's your tanks? Where's your tanks? Here are your tanks. Why can't I just use these units to attack this building? Probably want some disruptors actually at this point. Oh, I'll just get a Dark Shrine anyway. More upgrades as well. I should have already gotten a 5th base. This went pretty poor, honestly. This went really, really poor. I still believe I'm winning, but because I killed 2 tanks, which was useful. But at the same time, I didn't kill as much as I would have kind of hoped for. We just have a very high gateway count though, which makes reinforcing my army extremely easy. And for him, taking a 4th base will be, well, practically impossible. He's just going to continue. He's actually just sitting on a super low base count. I hope I can reach. I did not. It's kind of frustrating, this, huh? I really dislike it when they just sit and it feels at times like there's nothing you can do about it. And that's kind of what's happening here. Maybe I can deny him from sieging up, which would be huge. Die, 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 die. Lots of units, lots of units, lots of units. You die as well. And now we go in with our next wave of zealots. I mean, our zealots in the natural are also dealing damage. You can see it on the mini-map. So yeah, we do get a win, but we lost a lot of resources there. He had a nice 2-2 timing. Like, I like that. I appreciate that. He realizes he's like eons behind. There's nothing he can really do at this point. My scouting was proper poor, by the way, but we can talk about that another time. But yeah, I mean, if I don't die, I don't do any major worker damage, it's just going to suck for you. I had nothing here. Look at this. A legit 4 Phoenix, a super battery coming in clutch. Worker pool also was kind of sick. I like that. And now with the worker pool is also a good call, I think. Phoenix coming from the back. The reason why I didn't expect this was because if you build 3 Reapers, so the way that Terran build orders work, this is kind of interesting maybe. So if you get 3 Reapers, a Reaper takes 32 seconds, right? And a Marine takes 18 seconds. So every time you build a Reaper, you are basically destroying, what is it, 2.5, maybe 3 Marines. I guess it's 3 Marines? Yeah, about 3 Marines. Because if you just build a reactor faster, that Reaper time could be a Marine. And in the early game, the money doesn't matter so much, but the time of the barracks matters the most, the time of your production. So you're basically just giving up a lot of Marine, and we also see that here in the push. So although the push looks scary with lots of factory units, his actual Marine count, which tends to be the main damage output in pushes, is extremely low. There's only 6 Marines with this push, and that obviously is kind of pathetic. So, yeah, it looks stronger, like 2 Vikings, 2 Cyclones, 3 Reapers, 2 Hellions, and a couple of SCVs, but at the end of the day, the thing that really matters is if this is a push with 16 Marines, I'm dead. If it's a push with 12 Marines, I'm probably dead. But with 6, there's just not that much damage output. And also it becomes difficult for him to target down my Phoenixes, which usually is easy. If I pick up something, you can just right-click on a Phoenix. But right now, absolutely impossible. So I lift 3-4 things here at the same time. That's also the reason why I do that, by the way. Most of the time in fights, what you do is you lift one thing, and then you kill it, and then you lift the next thing, you know? But here, no, I decide I lift absolutely everything because my army isn't so big and he can target down my Phoenixes. So that means that my ground units have free player. Look, you see that? I just deny as much damage output on his side as possible. Good control on the Vikings by him, by the way. But yeah, I kind of win here. He was floating a bit of money. He doesn't have a 3rd CC. I already have a Robo Bay on the way. And my Nexus was done. I was a bit slow with continuing worker productions on all, but overall, still a very clean game. And a win for me, which is the most important thing. So we'll be heading straight into our next game as we get 21 points in the pocket and we're 6-6-20. A very nice MMR. It's an MMR that we haven't seen in a while here in Road to Rank 1. And as our first game of the new season, that also makes me happy. So let's continue. Okay, same opponent here. Once again, trademark. We'll have to figure out what his opener is going to be, but yeah, this just isn't that great a map for a blink all in. You only have a single area where you can blink in. It's pretty obvious what's kicking off. I don't know. I could try it, but you know what? You know what? I never live on the edge, but today we're gonna live on the edge. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a 3-gate blink heavy pressure. I don't want to call it an all-in because it's really just a heavy pressure. Even the 4-gate is just, well, it's a heavier pressure, but it's still technically a pressure. And what I want to do here is I just want to, I want to deal a bit of damage, maybe snipe a Raven or something like that, and then follow it up with DTs. This is a build that Zest played against Cure on that, was that map called Death Aura? Can't remember what that map was called. It was a pretty large map. He played it off of 2 gates back then. But I think you can do it off 3-gate as well, especially if you're going to open the way I will open, which is with a little more money than most people do, a little bit more greedy. Everyone is aware of it. I'm a little bit greedy. I just like the cash too much. I can't help myself, you know. I see an opportunity to get more cash in my hands, and I take it. It's just who I am. You can't blame me for it. You can't blame me for it. Okay, I want to check if this is an orbital. Actually, it's double gas. I don't need to check it on. Oh. Guess the double in. Ooh, it's kind of spicy, huh? Just gonna continue sending this around. I'm completely out of breath today. I'm not quite sure what's happening here, but I haven't been running enough lately, I guess. My stamina runs out after having one very long sentence. That usually is not a good sign. It's double mining gas, so we already know that this is not going to be any like Tor drop as a follow-up or whatever. It's just going to be a Reaper Reno. I do want to check this, make sure that nothing wonky is going on. Because of that last game, I should have checked if it's a Reactor or another Reaper, by the way. You know what? We're gonna play Blink anyway. We're just gonna play Blink. We're gonna do it. I've had enough of it. I'm not gonna get bullied out of the build order that I want to show you guys. So you get a Twilight Council. It's a little later than I would have anticipated and I ideally would have liked. We're also going to be forced into building a battery And we'll build that on the low ground, I guess. Yeah, I think we'll build it on the low ground. I really like these low ground batteries. They just function very well. And, well, because... dang it. My entire build is just going to be ruined again. I already know it. Just because he decides to open up with a couple of Reapers. Complete prick. God. I do not like people like this. I mean, this is also not very smart, by the way, what I'm doing here. Once again, it's not quite in time. I'm just going to be moving forward a bit with my Stalker, so I can meet him earlier. And also, yeah, so now because I see this, I can send my Adept down at the same time as well. You know, that's kind of a big deal. So the next Stalker will stay on the high ground. Maybe I even want to full wall this. Maybe I want to send... Yeah. Okay, we have a fast one of these at least. What you call those? A robotics facility. And he still has one Reaper remaining though. So we actually need to put this on the edge. I wanted to play a 3 gate. Yeah, we'll do it anyway. This is not actually good. So the build that I'm playing right now, it just doesn't vibe very well. Like it just, you know, it's not very tight. It doesn't really work, honestly. I'm sad to say. Like, just because it's not tight. I'm forced to build an earlier robo than I want. I'm forced to get more gateway units than I want. Whenever you do this type of build, you usually only want to be building, like, what is it? Two warp gate units. Oh, he's putting me out of position. I knew it. The moment I saw that move there, I was like, okay, I know what this is. I absolutely knew what this was. Ah, come on, okay. We have way too many workers, don't we? We actually have way too many workers. Oh, that's not good. That really is not good. I do not like that. I do not like that. I repeat, I do not like that. Okay, well, we're just going to start moving across the map right now. We have our thing after all. What did I say I was going to do again? Dark Shrine, exactly. That's what I said I was going to do. Okay. I mean, it's just not going to work, most likely. I'm just not feeling it. Hello! Oh my god, I'm going to get high ground vision so late, I might as well not even try to blink in anymore. Oh, he's actually doing something here. Here we go. Maybe we can kill this. We definitely can. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm super supply block as well, huh? So I see everything that he's doing currently. Why am I sending workers across the map? It's a debatable play here, honestly, out of me. I didn't start charge yet. Also a very debatable play. What was that? Oh, that was a worker, wasn't it? That indeed did look like a worker dying. Okay. Just gonna get one of these in here. He's going to scan. I don't think he realized that I saw him. Come on! No, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, are you joking? I don't know, guys. I'm not really feeling this game anymore. I'm just not really feeling this game. I have like no vision whatsoever what my opponent is doing. I feel uncomfortable with everything that has happened so far. What is this guy doing here? Just give me some darn vision, some real vision. Okay. Why do you have a freaking worker in this group as well? Okay, you go deny scouting from behind this. You guys can come downstairs as well. Yeah, I don't care about this. Finish up, pylons! Oh, I wasn't building any. Oh, I'm gonna be supply blocked until the end of time, am I not? This is not good. Okay, look at this flank, look at this flank. Look at this flank. This flank is amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes just like raisins. GG! Oh my god, I played so poor, but I won. I think my early game was still quite okay, though. I had so much money. Holy crap, this was not a tight game or a tight build order, but we did it anyway. I guess I killed a fair amount of Marines, and I did kill some units that were dropping. Like, I killed one full medevac. Oh, I was so close to shooting 2. If I shoot 2 out of the sky there, it's just game. Yeah, that was this part, I guess. Maybe I wasn't so bad. Yes, worker count just sucked. This is kind of the problem with the 2-gas build orders. If you start the barracks at home, you have no real information, and you need to play it kind of blind as the Terran, and your eco is just like 3-4 workers worse than usual. So if I'm playing Nexus before core, you don't do any damage in the early game because I have a faster Stargate. You're like 12, 13 workers behind without anything happening. And in this case, he killed like 2 workers with a fast mine drop. While I'm playing Nexus core, it's like, yeah, you guys probably don't understand what it means, but that, it's big. Maybe you do, and then you understand that it's big. Like, Nexus before core compared to core before Nexus is super economically sound. Like, you have 3 more workers, I think, something like that. Your tech is real fast, but your initial warp gate research is kind of delayed. So you could struggle against some things in the early game. And then if you manage to clear 2 mines while only losing 1 worker, or 2 workers, like, that's pretty good. Because he invested a lot in that. His first 2 Reapers, Hellion does nothing as well. So you're just playing from a situation in which, in my mind, I don't want to say it's unlosable, but if I would have macroed this well, and if my build order was tight and the follow-up was good, like, I shouldn't have played the 3-gate. It didn't make a lot of sense. I think you're just working with such a huge lead. You got like 8-gate, blink, charge, fast +1 attack. You can get some insane run-bys going while defending against tank pushes, and that's kind of what you want. Like, I lost my Prism for free. I lost 2 DTs, which barely did anything. Got like 4 or 5 workers, and still, like, I got supply locked at the end. Doesn't really matter because my early game is so good, and I really don't like these double gas openers for Terran. I think they generally just suck. Yeah, with at least with the barracks at home, I don't think they're good. I think with the barracks, either with a fake proxy or with a real proxy, it can be quite good, but like this, I'm not a fan of it. Now, Pride of Altaris is a map that technically has a ramp, but the gold kind of makes this a non-ramp map. So this is, it might be a little bit confusing, but let me explain this. So on most ramp maps in PvP, a ramp leading in towards your natural, what you would want to do is open up with a 1-gate expand, right? You have an easy defense, you get superior eco. But on this map, because there's also a gold, and the gold actually has 8 mineral patches, it's a fantastic base to take, even with a 2-gate opener. So in that case, 2-gate grants you the map control to allow you to expand to the gold. So if I open 1-gate, my opponent opens up with 2-gate, the 2-gate player gets map control and the gold. If the 1-gate player takes the gold, he dies to any type of 4-gate pressure, because you can stand in between the bases and you need to defend with batteries when you play 1-gate. It will simply not be possible. So, yeah, I believe that 2-gate is the superior option here. What type of 2-gate is then the question, obviously, because then you just get a 2-gate versus 2-gate type of thing. You can still all in into someone taking the fast gold. It is completely viable. Like, there are a lot of moving pieces right here. That is just really what I want to, that's just what I want to say. It's like, there's just a lot of moving pieces, and yeah, you need to just kind of get lucky in a way. Well, not lucky, but You need to have a good builder, you need to have a good plan against whatever it is your opponent throws out. So right now, we have this 1 gate versus 2 gate situation, so the one that I was describing just earlier. And I have 2 options right now. So I could expand on my own low ground, but I could also just expand towards the gold. And both options are completely viable because he can't block both. Often the reason... I think he'll have the Nexus down now. Did he miss it? Yeah, he missed it. I thought I already sent out a worker. The reason why you can't expand quickly is... I'm going to finish my sentence after this this exciting part finishes. It's a very exciting part in the game. I'm not microing my workers correctly, by the way. Okay, going to move away. He should be capable of building that right now. I'll get a Nexus before my 3rd pylon. Please note. Before my 3rd pylon. Where did this probe go? I didn't quite see it. No, what am I doing? Sloppy, Kevin. Very sloppy. Should not have lost that. Okay, I want to see what's kicking off over here. So you see, it's kind of an exciting game already, huh? He's going to need to do some real stuff here, some real work. I was thinking Void Ray, honestly, buddy. X in the chat if you doubt that this is going to be possible for him. I mean, this absolutely is not possible. I kill this. Oh, he should have killed that as well. I just spotted that. I spotted that move out, which is really, really bad for him. I'm just going to mine a minor... mine, you get it? Mine a minor amount here. From my gold, because I don't really care about it. I mean, he's just dead. This really is just a... Oh, I still had a stalk there? I wasn't even aware of that. Ah, what is this? This was so greedy, bro. What in the world? Dark Shrine? Come on. I wasn't born yesterday. So, this is the dilemma that I put him in, right? So, he wants to deal damage with oracles, but I'm also being super aggressive. So, I'm forcing defensive stuff out of him. His Nexus was later than mine. I have a faster Nexus. So, at this point, he needs to make a decision like, do I get probes, no batteries? Do I get Oracle for harass or Void Ray for defense? And I'm kind of keeping him in the middle. Like, I'm not 4-gate all-inning him. But I'm also not chrono boosting everything on the workers. I'm just building a decent amount of stalkers here to force the defense and make sure that my opponent has to, he maybe needs to cut some workers, needs to get a faster battery, maybe needs to open up with a Void Ray. If he opens up with a Void Ray, bang, I throw a couple of big chronos on these Nexi and I'm completely fine. Like, the gold is a complete game changer here. And if you don't do any damage to someone with a gold and your Nexus is later already, yeah, life is going to be hard. So if I don't see an Oracle here come out, I'm like, okay, I just recall 12 workers to this base, warp in 2 Stalkers here, get a battery in my main base. His first Oracle is going to come out. I'll have like 10, 12 Stalkers on the map. My tech will be faster. I'll have insane map control, good income with a gold. It's not viable for him. I really believe that 2-gate is a superior opener. I don't quite know who this is, this 1-gate hero. But he died. And that's what's going to happen with 1-gate hero. So if you're a 1-gate hero and you want to survive on Pride of Altaris, you need to switch it up. You can't just play Stargate every game. Maybe you robo every now and then, you know? Defend with an Immortal or counterattack with an Immortal, but not like this. That's actually going to be it for today. You know that? Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see all of you next time for a new episode of Road to Rank 1 or something else. Whatever show is on that day, I'll be doing. All right. Thank you and bye-bye.